Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, excellent. Sorry, I was having some troubles with my computer today. It has been a really long day for me because
Huh?
since I'm a teacher, I have to deliver grades everywhere. Like I work in 3 different schools, so I'm evaluating my students from everywhere. This
Okay. Where
so
are you working? At your house or where?
yes, it's home office, and it's actually very tiring because I have to be a mom, I have to be a housewife, I have to be a cook. I mean, many things.
Yes, I understand. I think it's very tired.
Yeah, it's been a crazy day today because
Okay.
adding to that, the thing that I have to get the evaluation of my students, my
Okay. I hope you have a great moment with us.
yeah, I hope so too. At least I'm speaking here. Okay.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's work, but it's kind of relaxing for me because it's more speaking rather than checking and that. So
How many children do you have?
I have just like students or kids, like
How
my
many children or kids do you have?
I have a daughter.
A
She's four,
daughter.
so
One.
yeah.
Okay. One daughter only.
Yeah, I just have one daughter. She's a toddler. She's like very active. She's always
How old is her?
she's 4.
4. Oh, it's a little baby.
Yes, she is.
It's 4.
She's
Okay.
going to kindergarten, so
Okay.
it gives me some space for myself during the morning because in the morning I don't have that much activities to do. I mean, I do, but it's like from those 3 hours that I have out of her, probably 1 hour I spend it to myself, like to eat breakfast, relax, and then take some minutes to think about nothing, and then the other 2 hours I try to start with my routine.
Okay, I know what are you talking about.
Yes.
I know.
Okay. Hi, Alondra. Welcome.
Hi.
Okay. So then let's start with the class because it's time. Okay, so yesterday we finished with the grammar first part of the conditional. So now we're gonna go, please, to this activity. Isn't listening? It's called Suit Yourself 9-3. So once you are here, tell me, okay? It's listening 9-3, Suit Yourself.
Okay. Okay. I'm there.
Okay, so here it says, objectives and sequence. This lesson is intended to be used as a review of grammar, the second conditional. Okay, so here we have an image of a very, very snowy place, and it says in here these questions. What is the weather supposed to be like the next few days? So according like to the place where you live, what have you heard about the weather? What is the weather supposed to be like the next few years? I mean days, sorry, the next few days.
Sunny and hot.
Sunny and hot, okay. Jose, what about yours?
The next few days about the picture or in my days?
In your place.
In my place. Okay. I think it could be the weather could be cloudy.
Cloudy, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
For tomorrow.
Okay, next question. Tell me, Alondra, are weather forecasts usually correct where you live?
No.
No. Do you know what a weather forecast is?
No, I don't know. Sorry. What
Okay,
is?
don't worry. A forecast is like, for example, A weather forecast is like what tells you, okay, in a week we're gonna have a strong rain, heavy rain, and it's gonna be really hot. But then the next day it's going to be sunny. That is a weather forecast.
Okay. So then, yes, it
Yeah.
is correct. Uh-huh.
Okay. What about you, Jose?
What is the weather forecast? Usually correct. Correct. Oh yeah, yeah. Usually, yes, is correct in those days, in these days. But in the past, usually were totally wrong in the past.
Okay. Next one, Alondra. Can the weather change suddenly where you live?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. What about you, Jose?
Okay, the weather change suddenly. What you live, what you like. So change the weather? No, not really. It change. How do you say? Little by day by day, not suddenly, not suddenly.
Not suddenly. Actually, for example, here in Hermosillo during these months, February and March, they've been very crazy days. Today is one of the hardest days that I felt during this year. But lately we've been having like in the morning, early in the morning when I leave my house, it's like kind of um not cold, but it's like fresh, right? You go out and you can feel the wind, and the wind is fresh, and it's a very nice weather. Then around noon or around 2 or 3 p.m., it's really hot that you have to turn on the air conditioner in your car or the fans in your house. Probably not like the mini split or something like that, but you need something to fresh, right? But then in the afternoon, late in the afternoon, everything it's like kind of fresh again. So it's very annoying. I kind of not hate, but I don't like this type of weather that it's hot and cold and then not that cold, but then not that hot. So I don't know what to wear.
Yeah, yeah. I know it's Hermosillo. I think Hermosillo is a beautiful and a special city.
Okay. Next one, Alondra, how can the weather affect traffic and people's schedule? Now, in general, think about a person who lives in a place where there's so much traffic and that. How can the weather affect traffic and people's schedule?
I think too much. For example, in the snow,
Mhm.
the traffic are stopped by the snow
Okay,
or
I
some.
can, and now that you say it, I remember the first time I've been to Canada twice. One in the summer and then the other one was in winter. And the second time I went, which was in winter, like the first day I was there were like I mean they were very cold, but no snow. But then after a week it started snowing. And I remember that everything was beautiful. I mean, it was like a card, like a picture from the internet. Everything was beautiful. But then I noticed that the buses and all the public transportation was stopped. It was crazy. Like
Mhm.
everybody was getting crazy because everybody was getting late to their works. And I remember that I used to live in the north of Vancouver. So I remember that no bus was taking us there. And my friend and I were very worried because we didn't know how to get there. We were calling cops and they said, no, we're not taking you there because there's so much snow than here. So it was very crazy. But like the next day, literally the next day, everything was normal. I mean, it was still snowing, but everything was controlled. So yeah, probably these type of situations happen like at the beginning, but these type of cities that they are used to receive like this much snow, and they are well prepared to these situations, right? Probably like I say, like I say, the first day is going to be kind of crazy, but then they will figure it out and fix it out, and everything is going back to normal. Okay.
Okay, teacher, but in general, did you like Vancouver?
Sorry?
In general, I asked you, in general, did you like Vancouver when you
Of
visit?
course. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. It's a very, have you been there?
No, no, I asked you because my wife and I want to visit this country. This
Oh,
Canada.
yeah. I mean, like for something that I really like about that city is that it's very, I mean, it has many activities to do for free. You can
Yeah.
visit museums, parks. There are many beautiful places to visit for free.
Okay.
So the weather, I would recommend you to go if you go like in the summer, because the summer in there is not actually summer. It's like a spring here, so it's not hot.
I think in winter is colder, no? It's
Yeah,
very cold.
but actually, I mean, people from Canada in general, I remember they told me that Vancouver was one of the with the most comfortable weathers, because the other cities in Canada have really low temperatures, like -30, minus like that. In Vancouver is most of the time during the winter is around -4, -3. I mean,
Oh, really?
it's really cold for us probably, but not for them. So if you're planning to visit Canada in the winter, probably Vancouver is one of the best options.
So I try to visit Vancouver. Thank you.
Another thing, something funny, probably you know about this, but I'm not that very good in geography, so I didn't know. During the summer, it's like you have a very long day. The sunlight is still 9:30, 10 p.m. I mean, you have a very long day. It starts like around 6 a.m. and the sun sets around 9:30, 10 p.m. So it's like you can take advantage of that. You can use all sunlight during all day. But in winter, the sun sets around 3 p.m. So it's like, yes, it's 3 p.m. and so
So
dark.
early.
Very
Yeah,
short.
yeah, it's really short. And it was very surprising for me, because since I first went in summer, then when I came back in winter, I was like, what's going on? Why does this happen? But well, yeah, I had to get used to it. Something cool about that is that when I went in winter, it was close to Christmas. So it was very, I mean, Christmas decorations everywhere, and it was very nice to look at them. You could look at them during the day because it was so dark. So
Okay, it
oh,
was
yeah.
a good experience for you.
Yeah, it was a very good experience for me, to be honest.
I think.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, if you have the opportunity of going, that would be nice. I would like to go back again, but now this time with my family, because the 2 times I went by my own, right? So
Okay. Yeah.
okay. So now, Alondra, you were telling us that the snow affects the traffic and people's schedule. Yes, but what about the hot weather? What do you think, guys? Do you think that an extreme hot weather can affect the traffic or people's schedules?
Maybe the people are tired for be waiting and affect ay, no sé cómo decir, pues que ya se quieren ir, ¿no? Que están
The mood
desesperados.
could be the mood.
Ajá, the mood, I guess.
Yeah, actually, probably it doesn't affect that much the traffic and that,
Yes.
but it does affect the people's mood, right? It's like, I think people is angrier during the summer. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, and it's totally, for us that live in Sonora, it's totally understandable. Because yeah, it's like during the day you don't want to do anything. At least here in Hermosillo, during the summer, I don't do anything, like anything that has me to go outside, like going somewhere. nothing after 6 p.m. I think. I mean, during the day, I mean, during the, yeah, before, maybe I can do in the morning, but then like from noon to 5 p.m., I won't do anything outside. It's like, I'll wait. Otherwise, I will be really mad. Okay. Now, last question, Jose, tell me, have you ever heard the expression suit yourself?
With your heart.
Suit yourself.
No, no, I haven't.
You haven't?
heard. No.
What about you, Alondra?
No, me neither.
You neither? Okay, so it's like, for example, I'll give you an example, maybe you will get it. It's like you get in the house of a friend, and then this friend is a very good friend of yours, and this friend tells you, okay, suit yourself. What do you think could be?
Okay.
I don't get it.
You get it? It's like suit yourself. If somebody tells you suit yourself, it's like help yourself, right? Like you're gonna do everything you need by your own. Let's go and figure it out. We're gonna listen to this exercise, and it says in here, open the exercise to begin the activity and follow the instructions. I'll share it with you, okay? It's been shared. So now if we open it, it says in here, listen to the conversation between two English teachers, Leanne and Sean. And it says in here, as you listen, answer the comprehension questions below. Okay, you are going to listen to these and you are going to answer the questions that follow, okay? We have, and then we're gonna go and do part 3, okay? So,
only part one or
well, one is listening and part 2 is answering the question.
part two. Okay. I see. Okay.
Tell me when you're ready, please.
Yeah.
Remember to tell me when you're done, please.
Yes, teacher. But it's difficult for me to understand very well this
I think
this recording.
I
Didn't,
think I finished. I just didn't understand one.
didn't understand that well. Okay, don't worry. Let's do it together then. Okay, we're gonna listen to it and I'll be pausing it so we can check what they're saying, like, I don't know, let's say like, for parts, right? By parts. Let's go and see.
So Leanne, what do you think the weather's gonna be like?
Supposed to cool off this evening and drop below freezing in the middle of the night.
Okay, so till here, is everything clear? We're good till this part?
This is the fifth question. He is asking about the weather, no?
Yeah, but I'm saying that, could you understand this part?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll keep going then.
Tomorrow it's going to snow.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard on TV.
Well, I don't believe it. It's like 7 or 8 degrees outside right now, and
Okay. So far, so good?
Yes.
Yes, she says it is going to snow tomorrow. This is the first question.
Okay, so let's go to answer then. According to Leanne, what is the weather forecast for tomorrow? It is going to,
It's going to snow.
let's keep listening.
But I don't understand what are the two reasons.
Sorry, tell me.
Yes, I don't understand what are the two reasons. Charles doesn't believe the forecast, the two reasons.
You don't understand what are the reasons, Leanne or Sean?
Or Cham, about Cham.
Okay, so we're gonna finish listening to it. I'll keep it like all straight and then we can all like figure it out together, okay?
Okay.
always wrong.
Yeah, I guess. I'm still going to wake up early. If it snows, I won't be able to ride my bike to work. I'll have to take the bus, and I'm sure it'll be crowded.
Oh, come on, don't be silly. It's not gonna snow, Leah. You don't have to wake up early.
Well, I can't be late.
Look, I'm not gonna wake up early tomorrow. I would be late for work too if it snowed. I'd believe the forecast if it weren't so mild and if the weather forecasts weren't always so wrong.
Okay, suit yourself. What will your class do if you're late?
Well, I won't be late, but if I were, I guess my students would study while they waited for me to arrive.
Oh, come on, Sean. They'll all just surf the internet and chat on Facebook or something.
No way, not my class. They're all good students. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I really don't think it'll snow tomorrow.
Like I said, Sean, suit yourself.
Okay, so now let's go to the question. So it says in here, what are two?
I'm still going to wake up early. If it snows, I won't be able to be.
Well, I don't believe it. It's like 7 or 8 degrees outside right now and mild. Besides, weather forecasts are
It's because it's like 70. It's like 70 or 80 degrees. Or 80 degrees outside. That is what the first reason. And what is the other reason? Could you understand it?
That the forecasts are always wrong.
The forecasts are always wrong. Next question. What is Leanne going to change about her schedule tomorrow because of the snow?
Wake up early to take the bus.
She will take earlier the bus.
Or I think she has to take the bus.
Yeah, but I mean earlier, right? She'll take it
Early? Okay.
yeah, because
Because of the weather.
letter D says, does Sean plan to be late for work?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't, right? Very good. Next one. What does Leanne think Sean's students will do if he is late?
I am lost in this part.
Okay. Alondra, do you have it?
Yes, they study while waited for him.
What? Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Study
What?
while waited for him.
That's what Sean said. But what about Leanne? Do you remember?
yourself.
I won't be late, but if I were, I guess my students would study while they waited for me to arrive.
Oh, come on, Sean. They'll all just surf the internet and chat on Facebook or something.
No way, not my class. They're all good students.
During her, if it doesn't come, I mean, that they won't study. They will load like on Facebook and
They will
playing that stuff.
They will on Facebook. They will load on Facebook. Can we hear again this part?
Yeah,
teacher?
of course. Here we go.
They'll all just surf the internet and chat on Facebook or something.
No way, not my class.
The logic said they'll surf on say on Facebook. So the logic is like something logical that they're gonna do, that they will be surfing on the internet while
Okay, thank you.
they wait. So the logic says they will surf on say on Facebook. Okay, let's go to the next part. And part 3 says, try to complete the missing information in the sentences from the conversation. When you're finished, listen to check your answers. Okay, now let's go into the second part. The second part, it's like also by your own, and then we're gonna again review and check your answers. Okay, so you will listen to it once more, and you will try to fill in the blanks of this conversation. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I think I finished, teacher.
Okay, Jose, did you finish?
Don't be silly.
Almost,
It's not
almost.
gonna snow.
Okay,
Finish.
okay.
You don't have to wake up early.
Well, I can't be late.
Look, I'm
Ready, Jose? Okay, let's go and see here. It says, well, if it snows, I won't be able to what? Do you remember?
Arrive.
Right.
To
My
dri-
bike.
To drive?
To drive.
To ride.
I don't hear you well, guys. Sorry. There's like a little interference.
Yes, it's correct. To drive.
Okay, I won't be able to drive and then
My bike.
drive.
I think
okay,
it's right.
Ah,
Right.
it's right. Okay.
Ride
Thank you.
my bike.
Ride my bike.
My bike to work.
Yeah.
Letter D.
I'll have to take.
I'll have to take the bus and I'm sure
It'll be late.
it'll be late. Okay. Letter F.
I will.
What is? I will be late for work.
I won't be late.
I want.
Okay, okay, sorry. Yeah, it's true. I will be late
Will.
for work
If it is snow.
if it snows. Very good. Letter D. I mean, sorry, H. I
believe the forecast if it were.
believe the forecast if it
If it works.
I didn't understand that word, sorry.
if it weren't
If it what?
if it weren't so mild.
Weren't?
Mhm. If it weren't so mild and if the weather forecast
Are always so wrong.
and if the weather forecast are, do you have the same here, Jose? I'm not really
If the
sure.
weather forecast is always so wrong. Is, but it is a mistake.
Yes? Okay, let's go listen.
Mhm.
I'm still going to wake up early. If it snows, I won't be able to ride my bike to work. I'll have to take.
By the way, crowded. What does it mean, crowded?
Crowded, como que cuando hay mucha gente
Too
amontonada.
much people.
Full people, yeah, too many people.
Thank you.
silly. It's not gonna snow, Leah. You don't have to wake up early.
Well, I can't be late.
Look, I'm not gonna wake up early tomorrow. I would be late for work too if it snowed. I believe the forecast if it weren't so.
If it snowed, here it's snowed in past. I would be late. Here's would. I will be late for word two. For word two, if it's no, he is using the second conditional because he's imagining. He doesn't believe this is going to happen. He says that it's impossible. Actually, if I say I will be late for work if it snows, the sentence is correct and it makes sense. The difference is the way he thinks. He is saying it this way because he doesn't believe it's going to happen. Remember that the first conditional, which is the one with will in present simple, it is for real possibilities, and he doesn't believe that. Let's keep listening.
Mild, and if the weather forecasts weren't always.
If the weather forecasts weren't always so wrong. If it weren't so mild, and if the weather forecasts weren't always so wrong. Actually, that's what we're gonna see. That's what we're gonna check during this one, because remember, this is a preview. Okay, let's go to the next part. Do you have it? Letter K, L, and M?
Yeah. The last part. Yeah. Well, I won't be late, but if I were. But if I were, I guess my student will study while they waited for me to arrive.
Okay, let me see.
So wrong.
Okay, suit yourself. What will your class do if you're late?
Well, I won't be late, but if I were, I guess my students would study while they waited for me to arrive.
Oh, come on.
Well,
Well, wouldn't be late, but if I were, I guess my students will study while they waited for me to arrive. Okay, notice something. I think, like talk with the if clauses, for example, here I'm using if it snows, I won't be able to ride my bike to work. She is talking about a real possibility. So since she is talking about a real possibility, she is using the first conditional. Remember, if with present tense and a result clause with will, or one in this case because it is negative. Here, I'll have to take the bus and I'm sure it'll be crowded. Again, here I'm using will because I'm talking about a real possibility. But in this case, every single sentence he says is with would and the past tense. Why? Because he doesn't believe this is going to happen. He's just saying that it's impossible to happen. He's refusing to the idea that the weather is going to change that much the next day. So notice that he is using, I repeat, would and past tense. Would and past tense. So in the if clause is with would, the result clause is with would. And that was the preview of the grammar second conditional. Sorry. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go here to the speaking pairs, 9-4. Please, let's go to the speaking pairs, 9-4. And here it says, this lesson is intended to be used as a review of grammar, first conditional, and time clauses. For example, it says in here, students will work in pairs and open the corresponding spaces. The students take turns asking each other questions from the prompts on their pages. Students are to use the first conditional in their answers. For example, what will you do if it rains after class? I will take a bus home. So is it clear what you're gonna do? You're gonna be making questions and answering them. What will you do if the weather is cold tomorrow? And you will have to answer using the first conditional. I repeat, the first conditional is with will in the result clause and present simple with the if clause, right? For example, if I ask or if I am asked, what will you do if the weather is cold tomorrow? I will wear a jacket if the weather is cold tomorrow. Do you get me? Okay, yeah. So I have, like, Jose, you can ask these questions to Alondra, and Alondra can ask these questions to you, okay? It's like, in order for me, like, to not make another room, because we are only 3, including me, and you're only 2, I will be mute, and I will be just hearing you, okay? While you make this exercise, okay?
Okay, can I start?
Of course, go. I mean, I don't know, Alondra. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Okay. Okay, Alondra, what will you do if the weather is cold tomorrow?
If the weather is cold tomorrow, I will take a sweater. It's okay, teacher.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here. You have this conversation.
What is your answer? Your answer? Pardon. Sorry.
I will take a sweater.
Okay. Okay. You can add the second one by one.
The teacher says that you are asking me the student one, and then I will ask you the student two.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. What will you do if you go out tonight?
I will go to the cinema if I go out tonight.
Okay. I like cinema. What will you do if you like to be 80? What does it mean this?
If you are 80 years, I think.
Okay, in the last century, in the 80, what would you do if you live to be 80? Okay, okay.
I will enjoy my grandchildren if I live to be 80.
80 to be 80, okay. What will you do if you're hungry during class today?
I will prepare a sandwich if I'm hungry during the class today.
Okay. What will you do if you don't understand a question I ask you?
I will tell you, can you repeat if I don't understand a question? Question.
Okay. What will you do if you don't study tonight?
I will not understand the class if I don't study tonight.
Yeah. What will you do if you learn to speak English well?
I will join a better job if I speak English well.
What will you do if you gain a lot of weight?
I will do exercise if I gain a lot of weight.
What will you do if you don't hear your alarm tomorrow morning?
I won't go to my job and my classes if I don't hear the alarm.
Maybe you will be late to
Yes.
your work. Yeah.
Or don't go.
Yeah. What will you do if you run out of money?
What it means? Run out of
Run
money.
out, I think it's como no tener, ¿no? No tener.
Okay. If I don't have money.
Yeah.
I will. ¿Cómo se decía? Pedir prestado.
I know.
I don't remember.
To borrow? I don't know.
Yes, I borrow some money to my friends if
Borrow
I
some
run out of money. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you. Jose, what will you do if you lost your computer?
If I lost my computer,
Yes.
I will, let me check this part. If I lost my computer, I will buy another computer because I need every day.
Okay. What will you do if you go shopping tomorrow?
I will go to to Liverpool, and I will buy a pair of shoes because I need it.
Nice. Okay. What will you do if you can find your wallet or case?
If I can, what? Can you repeat the question?
Find your wallet or case.
Find, encontrar my wallet. My wallet
If
es
you
como
can
mi
find
billetera.
your case. If you lost your case, maybe.
Okay. Let me open this exercise because I don't. What is in which part this is the exercise? Is the weather, the listening? No, reading,
In
grammar.
my 4 speaking page.
My for speaking page. Okay. Let's see this part. Student 2. Can you repeat me, please?
The number 3, what will you do if you can find your wallet or case?
Or kiss. Okay. Well, I don't know. I will ask about this to my wife.
Okay. And next, what will you do if you don't feel well tomorrow?
I will to call to my best friend tomorrow if I don't feel well tomorrow.
Okay. What will you do if you can sleep tonight?
If I can speak, if I can sleep tonight, I will take 2 pills.
Pills to sleep. Okay. What will you do if you have spare time this weekend?
What is spare? Spare. I don't know. Spare es como compartido, ¿no? Spare time. Tiempo compartido, ¿será?
It's like an extra, I think.
What?
Like extra.
Extra time?
Extra time, I think.
Like free time?
Maybe.
Spare time. Okay. I will go to the beach if I have spare time this weekend.
It's great. What will you do if someone asks you an English question you don't understand?
I will ask or I will repeat
Ask to repeat.
repeat the question.
Okay. What will you do if someone invites you somewhere tonight?
I will accept, of course.
Next one. What will you do if there is no hot water in your shower tomorrow?
Maybe I won't take a shower tomorrow.
Okay. What will you do if a homeless person asks you for money or food?
I will give some money or food to this person.
Nice. Okay. We finish.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
Thank
did
you.
great. You did great. I was hearing you and you could solve the situations. And actually, when you were having doubts, you could figure it out very good. Great.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's continue then. Now, let's go please to the second conditional, 9-2. Let's go to the 9-2 second conditional, please.
Let me open this exercise. 9-2. Where is the second in grammar?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I
So
am there.
here it says the second conditional.
Mm.
We'd get soaked if we went outside. Let's stay home. So again, notice this is that would. Remember that apostrophe D is a contraction of would. So I get, and would is joined by a present tense verb. We'll get soaked if we went outside. Let's stay home. Okay, let's talk about the form of it. The
What is
second-
sock is in past?
no, but this is an adjective.
It's an adjective?
Verb, it's a verb turned into an adjective. Remember that, like, I think it was last week when we were seeing that sometimes verbs can turn into nouns with the ing, or it can turn into adjectives with the ed. For example, if I say,
Okay.
oh, she's a very annoying person, or she's annoyed. Remember, we were discussing about that last week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is used as an adjective. So it's saying we'll get soaked, which means like getting really wet if we went outside, let's say home. Why? Because if you look at the image, it's rain.
Okay. It's like wet.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about the form, the structure of it. The structure of the second conditional, it is if plus the past simple. And then on the other clause, in the result clause, we are going to have would or could plus the base form of the verb. So remember, if with the past simple, and result clause is going to be would or could plus the base form of the verb. For example, if I didn't have to work tonight, I will come with you to the party. If they like pizza, we could take them to an Italian restaurant. I wouldn't do that if I were you. So in the three examples we have in here, we're talking about something unreal. Because if I say, if I didn't have to work tonight, I will come with you to the party. What does it mean? That I'm not going to the party because I have to work. Then if I say, if they like pizza, we could take them to an Italian restaurant, but they don't like pizza. So it's not possible to take them pizza, right? Next example, I wouldn't do that if I were you, but I'm not you. So I mean, so it's impossible, right? So the situation with the second conditional is that we're talking about impossible situations, such as in the first one, because I have to work so I can't go. Or in the other one, I wouldn't do that if I were you because it's impossible for me to be you. Or things that are very difficult to happen, right? As in the first example too, we can consider that like very, very difficult to happen because it's like in the present time, it's not possible. So the use. The second conditional is used in English for two reasons. On real situations, like for example, the one of if I were you, because it's impossible, it's unreal. I mean, I'm not you, I cannot decide what you want, right? Or unlikely situations because are out of my hands. I mean, it's something that I cannot change. It is important to understand, or very difficult to happen, right? I mean, I'm not saying like it's 100% impossible for it to happen, but I'm saying that it's a very, very, very difficult. So it is important to understand that using this grammar gives information about the speaker's opinion. So this is more about showing an opinion, right? Something, talking about something that is not possible in the present, but that I just want to give my opinion on. If the speaker uses first conditional, which is the one that we have been working with, which is will plus present tense, it means that the situation is real, is possible, or likely in their opinion. What does this mean? That it's a high possibility for it to happen. But if the speaker uses the second conditional, which is the one with would plus the past tense, that means that they think the situation is unreal, impossible, or unlikely. And with unlikely, I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm saying that it's a very, very difficult for it to happen, right? Okay, let's notice the difference between them. First conditional. If I see that movie, I will cry. What does this mean? It means that the speaker thinks the action is real, possible, or likely. Why? Because I know myself, because I know that I cry maybe for many things, and I'm very sentimental, I'm very emotional, so that I know that if I see that romantic movie, I will cry, right? Because I have like a background for saying that. Now in the second conditional, if I say, if I saw that movie, I will cry. What does this mean? This means the speaker thinks that the action C is unreal, impossible, or unlikely. What does this mean? For example, again, if I say, if I saw that movie, I would cry, but I didn't see it. But I mean, I'm saying that it's not possible to see it because I won't do it. So with the first conditional, it's something possible, but with the second, it's something totally different, right? We will focus more on the difference between the first and the second conditional. The second conditional is it's used for both present and future meanings. For example, if he had a brother, we will have someone to play with. But this is unreal because he doesn't have a brother. If we went to France with you tomorrow, I will have a wonderful time. Here I'm focusing in the future, but also talking about something unreal, impossible because I'm not going. She will love this food if she were here with us. This is in the present, but again, it's unreal because the person is not there. She will love the food if she came to the restaurant with us tonight. Tonight, I'm focusing in a short-term future, but I'm still something unreal because the person is definitely not going. When we use the second conditional, the past tense of the verb to be is where. In less formal English, some people say was, but many grammar teachers believe this is not good grammar. And actually, even though it says in here that some people use was, because yeah, some people use was, it's I can say that it's way more common to use where instead of was. It's like, notice this, okay? Remember, when I'm talking about the past simple, but when I'm talking about the past continuous that I need the verb to be, I am going to use was with he, she, or it and I, right? For example, I was doing exercise, she was at home, he was happy, etc. But those are real situations, right? I'm just talking about something in the past. But when I'm talking about the second conditional, remember that the second conditional is something unreal, something impossible or unlikely, right? When I'm using the second conditional, the form of the verb to be that I'm going to use is where. This is with the verb to be, right? I wear, if I were you. If she were if she were you, if he were you. So then it means that I'm going to use where for every single subject, okay? I mean, you can use was if you don't feel or if you forget or something, but it's more common to use where, okay? And it says in here that many teachers says that this is not good. Okay, well, for example, if I were you, I will buy a nicer present for your mother. He will laugh if he were here. She wouldn't understand if she were here. So notice that even though I'm talking about I, he, or she, I'm using where. This is exclusively for the second conditional, okay? Like that Beyonce song, if I were a boy, like that. Okay, continuing. It is also common to use the second conditional to talk about the opposite of the truth. We use the second conditional to talk about the opposite of the truth. We can understand the truth because of the use of the second conditional. Remember, one use of the second conditional is to talk about things that are not real. For example, can you help me move this weekend? I will help you if I had time. What does this mean? That I won't help you, right? This means I won't help you because I don't have time. Wow, I love that car. I will buy it if I had money. What does this mean? That I don't have money, so I will not buy it. I will be really lonely if I didn't have my friends. What does this mean? That I'm not lonely because I have my friends. Yes? Tell me, question, comments?
That's correct, teacher. I
Clear?
need to do exercise and this.
Okay. What about you, Alondra?
I need to practice.
Yeah, it's clear for me too.
Let's go and practice then. So this exercise been shared for you. Now let's go and open it. So it says in here, second conditional. Put the verbs into the correct tense using the second conditional. Remember, if with the past tense and the result clause is with will. And you can start it like, you can start with the result clause or you can start with the if clause, up to you. At the end, it's exactly the same. Okay, so example here. If I were the medalist, I will be so happy. Or if I were the medalist, I'll be so happy. Like you can contract it or you can like keep it complete. Up to you, okay? So is it clear what you're gonna do here?
Okay, should I, eres tuyo.
Please go and work with the first part and tell me when you're ready.
Teacher,
Yes?
I gotta go because I have a dance class
All right.
tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, I am studying
What type of
salsa,
dance?
salsa,
Oh.
that dancing, salsa, yeah.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we are going to
Oh, so fun.
a dance class, and so I gotta go. I'm going to this part for homework
Okay,
to,
great.
to next week. Okay.
Excellent. What about you, Alondra? Do you want to do the same? I mean, not the salsa class, but do you want
Yes,
to?
I want to do the same if you want.
Okay, so then finish this first part for homework and then I'll see you next.
Only the first part?
I don't know. What do you want? Do you want to also do the second one?
Yeah, first and second. I think
First and second, okay.
first and
Okay.
second. Yeah.
Great.
Are you agree, Alondra?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I thought you were telling me.
Okay. See you next.
See you Monday.
Next
See
Monday.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.